lunch tray here with the Friday edition video. Getting the video out a little later than I wanted to, but here we are in the Fubuki Tier 6 in domination mode on the map Hotspot. So I'm not going to be talking too much about the gameplay in this battle. One particularly because, let me say here, I had 3 other replays I was actually wanting to use, but was not able to use them for the reason being, in talking with a community contributor earlier today, he said, because these replays I formerly want to use were from 0.9.6 patch, but right now there's an issue with playing some of the older versions. So basically, if you're trying to watch a replay of your older WoW's battles, to replay plays from previous versions, you have to back up old versions. And Wargaming, there's been a bit of a wrinkle as of the 0.9.6 update, where Wargaming Center will try to do a forced update of everything in 0.9.6 and later. Thus, that's preventing us from running replays past updates since then. So that is why we can run replays on 9.5 and earlier, but anything from 9.6 through 9.8 is inaccessible. So I'm going to give you this match here in the Fubuki. Not too exciting, but what I want to talk to you about is the microphone setup. So maybe, hopefully, you may or may have not noticed that the mic quality has actually improved. As I had shared in the past couple of videos or announcing that the new mic setup arrived, and all of it did, let's see, on Wednesday. But I've actually just got around to testing it today, and it actually took a lot of time this afternoon trying to get settings set up correctly and whatnot. So essentially, when the microphone setup I have, so I have this older, what is it, Sterling Audio condenser microphone. I've actually had it probably for like 10 years. Honestly, I need to get a newer microphone. But this one's good quality. I've never really used it very much. I bought it brand new. But I have an XLR cable coming from it into a Phantom power box, and then from that Phantom power box, it's an XLR slash 3.5 millimeter cable that goes into the back of my PC tower for recording. So that's the setup I have. The Phantom power box I have, it's just only powers the mic. There's no vocal signal adjustments that you can do on it. Now my intentions were, as I said earlier in the video, to get this video out sooner, but I had to do some updates on some of the Realtek audio drivers that I have. So essentially, when I was looking into how to get the best quality sounding for this video, I did a normal test, and there was a lot of white noise, static in the background with my voice, and then I looked into the settings where you go into your sound control panel and go into the what is that? The properties for your recording, and you look at your microphone, properties, and then you get in there and you look at your general, listen, levels, enhancements, and advanced. So when I looked at the levels, they already put a positive 10 decibel microphone boost on your microphone, which is honestly a lot in terms of 10 decibels. So I took that off and put it to 0, which really helped it not be so boomy. Now, was it doing that with the microphone setup that I had with the Nari, the Nari Razer wireless headset I had? I'm not sure, but this seems to be all around much better, as I've done a bunch of testing this afternoon for you guys to try to make sure that the audio is good. Because especially the past 2 weeks, I felt like the audio was, honestly, it felt like it was getting worse. And I mean, you guys have noticed, I've had multiple comments and helpful feedback, like, hey dude, the quality, the content of your video, great, but the quality of your microphone sucks. Like, you need to get a new one. So I'm here to say I have a new setup as of for now. So with this microphone setup, some of the properties I was talking about I got rid of that positive 10 decibel microphone boost. That wasn't needed. Then I ran a test where I had where it was much better after that, where I also talked louder and laughing about something, which sounded great. And then I also forgot that I have my fancy pop filter, so I put that on, and that has already helped a lot. So doing all these little things to help. But then the big thing that I did this afternoon, which was why it has delayed this video, is when you're looking at your microphone properties for recording, the standard installment, from my understanding, with the Realtek audio driver is that you have just like a general tab, listen tab, level tab, and an advanced tab. But I was needing the enhancements tab, which gives some bonuses to the effects that you can apply for your listening and recording configuration. So in the enhancement tabs, you have noise suppression, which helps reduce the static background noise when recording, and then also the one that I really needed, because this was still affecting when I tried the microphone earlier, was the acoustic echo cancellation. So this reduces the echo caused by the front speakers during recording, because it would be fine 1 minute, and all of a sudden it would sound like I was really echoey in the room. So I had to wait until this new driver installed. And for some reason, when I went to the Realtek audio website to download this driver, it was a 252 megabyte file, but it was going to take 2 hours and 50 minutes to download. And I was so excited to get a video out a little bit earlier today, but I was like, no, I need to do it right the first time, and not be like, well, by Monday we'll have something better. It's like, no, I want to try to give you the best that I can now. So these microphone array properties and enhancements have really helped, because without them it didn't sound fully correct. And there's something else I'm looking into, but with this enhancement microphone properties, it's really helping. And it's like an exterior sound adapter, USB, that you can plug into a USB port on your PC tower. And then there's a jack for your recording, 3.5mm jack, and then also the output for stereos, if that's how you're listening. And that helps cut out the voltage, the signal, because that's the feedback you get in your system that I had earlier. So I think it sounds a lot better now compared to earlier, and I won't show you what it sounded like earlier because it just wasn't as good, but it was better than just using the gaming headset that I had before. So when it comes to terms, can I get anything better than this? Not right now at the moment. Now, when I went to college, media production was part of my degree emphasis. So I'm used to being in very high dollar expensive studios and mastering and all that. So trust me, the audio quality I was getting from my gaming headset for the mic was driving me batty, crazy. And I'm glad that this is much better. But when you try to invest in more better quality sound equipment, it costs a lot. Because I had seen with the microphones that some gamers use, where it's just the microphone and then it's just a USB cable that goes from the microphone to your PC tower. So it's less middleman, if you will, with the equipment, but you might not get the best sounding quality. So that's something I may end up doing, because we'll just have to see. It'd be a while still before looking into that. But the microphone setup I have now in front of my desk, I actually have a mic stand that actually is on the floor, and it comes up right in front of me and kind of sort of blocks my whole entire vision of my PC monitor. But I would love to get there's a boom mic stand that they have where you can attach it, clip it onto the lip of your desk, and then you can just swing it to how you want it to better see, to make it more comfortable with height, and so on and so forth. So that's what I'm hoping to get invested into next. Now there's something I'm going to work on trying to do where I want to produce content 5 days a week. So I'm feeling that out right now, but what this content will look like is on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I always plan to have World of Warship videos. Now you notice this past week I had a Tuesday, Thursday, I'll say filler video, if you will, with just opening the Transformer containers, the Autobot containers on Tuesday, and the Decepticon ones on Thursday. But I just started, was it Wednesday or Tuesday, playing the new, well, I say new game,
fire on the
it's the
enemy
first time I've
warship.
heard about it, Among Us, which I think has been out since like November 2018, and I think the game is hysterically funny. So I think I'm going to aim at Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like I'll share a video from that, and you'll probably see more my dorky side, to be honest. But it could be that maybe I still have some more Warship videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I know it helps not to have a super long video, ideally maybe 15 minutes or less. So these are all things again that I'm just feeling out right now, and of course I would love to hear feedback on what you think of this new microphone setup. If you think it's like it's kind of better, or oh my gosh, like Flimsy, this microphone is so much better, like thank you. Or if it's you still need to get something better. So let me know on that. And the video I was originally wanting to show today, it might have been a basic series. No, that's not the video I wanted to do. I wanted to do a video from the 0.9.8 patch in my Montana, where there's a random battle on, was it Mountain Range, where it's like you have all the islands kind of almost a crescent shape in the center of the map. It's a very large map, and believe it or not, not even kidding you, my whole entire team lives. Not one of my teammates died. I placed second on the team, and we ended up winning on points, but there were only 2 enemy ships left on the enemy team. There's just a carrier and a Smolensk that was hiding behind an island, something like that. I've only had like 2 games prior to this where my whole entire team survived, and I can't even remember if that was in a random or co-op,
Engine boost
but
activated.
I'm pretty positive both of those were randoms. So that just blew my mind. I was like, whoa, like this is actually possible. Like the team did really good, so I don't know, I should have like went into
All stations,
each
reporting
gamer
position of a
profiles on
strategic target.
my fellow allies on my team to see what their stats look like, because I'm wondering if that was an interesting concept with the matchmaking, if I was just blessed by RNG to have great, fantastic teammates. So, that aside, right now I'm actually working on moving up the destroyer, stealth destroyer, torpedo line with the Japanese destroyers, which is why you see me here in the Fubuki. I'm trying to finish off this Cleveland, so they'll stop harassing me, and also hot shots by the Hipper.
Smoke generator started.
Because I want to work towards the Shimakaze, so I'm working towards Shimakaze right now, and I'm also working with the U.S. Navy heavy cruiser line. So I want to get to the Des Moines, so I'm kind of working on those 2 right now.
Smoke screen set.
So in this match, you can see things are not going too well for us. As we look at the screen here, I peek out of the smoke screen, highlighting the Clevelands, because we really need to finish him off. And whether you've just been concentrating on what I've been telling you or seeing what's happening here in the gameplay, the Oland on the enemy team has been a pain in the side. So first his stealth came all the way here to Charlie Cap, took it, and then he's gone back to the cap I took at Delta and taken it. With my HP full, I cannot engage the Oland because I think he's at least half health. And the Fubuki, the torpedo line, if you will, of the Japanese destroyers they're not gunboats. They're not like the U.S. destroyers, which I really love the U.S. destroyer line because it is really a hybrid destroyer between both the gunboat style, like you can do that as you will, and then also the torpedoes.
Fire on the designated target.
Like, for example, with the gearing, like I think I have with base fire training and the gun modification, the gun reload, like 2.4 seconds. Of course, that's tier 10, and this is tier 6. And then the torpedoes being either you can take the 10.5 kilometer option or it's like 16.5 kilometer option, I think. But even, let's see, I'm trying to remember what the tier 6 US destroyer is.
In 5 minutes.
Let me look at that because I'm really curious right now. It's not the Mayhan. The Mayhan is tier 7. Oh, why can't I remember that? US. Oh, WoW's tier 6 US destroyer. I'm gonna beat myself up. I feel like it starts with an F, but it's not the Fletcher. Why can't I think of this? Destroyers.
Attention, reporting the target position.
I don't know if I'm even finding the right line. Oh, here we go. Oh, the Farragut. Ah. Let's start with an F. Like, I really feel like it starts with an F, but I'm just thinking of the Fletcher. Yeah, the Farragut, I mean, at tier 6 definitely has a faster reload. Although it doesn't have as good as torpedo range and as quick as reload as the Fubuki has. So, back to the gameplay. You can see now it's 3 versus 3, which I don't fancy our player's chances. He's actually done really good play so far. But I'm trying to focus on this Synep. The Oland is, yeah, we just lost the Baird. The Oland, I'm thinking he's probably come back this way. And took out the Synep, so that's good. I'm thinking, my guess is he's coming towards C cap, but being this stage in the game with the points, it's likely he could just be coming out to focus on the Colorado. I engage my engine boost and I want to put some distance between me and the Corners Island, because if the Vladivostok just comes out, he can just completely wreck me in one hit. Now I was going to go over here, but then I decided, you know, I'm going to go over here. Maybe if, yeah, because the Oland, yeah, he was just here. And we haven't seen him since last time he was here, since he keeps taking my caps. He's just so annoying. But he's a really good player. I'm wondering if he's going to come down this way, and I know I'm not going to be able to outgun him, but maybe I could just wreck him with torpedoes. So he's either coming this way or he's coming this way. So apologize for that mess up. Now the Vladivostok, I'm thinking he's going to keep coming around this way. If he knows if he just needs to live, because he's really low on HP. Because he wants to keep himself distance from the Colorado. And the Olin could just be gunning to torpedo the Colorado. That's probably what I would do. I'd honestly be going for him right now. So there's the Vladivostok, 9.2 kilometers away. And with these torpedoes, we have a 10-kilometer range. So he's just inside range, which is fantastic. And had 3 sets of torpedoes, which I really like. So in total 9 torpedoes. So he kind of snickered in chat, which I'm not sure if it's because they're closer winning, or if it's because he kept playing ring around the rosy with Colorado. But I flamed my torpedoes out, hoping that he's going to eat one. Now the Olin should have already been here by now, and he's not. So that tells me he's probably not going to come this way. But I'm still going to sit here for a minute. He's probably somewhere out here, I'm assuming. So you may be asking, Flimsy, why did you just fire your guns right there? Because now you've just told the Vladivostok where you are. Well, there was kind of a gap where he was versus where my torpedoes were. So I want to bait him to moving. Yeah, see this gap? I'm a little concerned that I would have missed. Okay, he was just sitting there. So I've baited him to shoot, baited him out to move forward, and 98 points. And kill him right there at the end. Now, did I contribute much to the team? I mean, I delayed the game a little longer. We got 2 solo caps, but with the Owen being free to reign, he was unchecked, and being in the Fubuki was not super equipped to take him out. Even though I engaged him twice, it wasn't enough with the long reload of the guns. So that's going to bring this game to a close. So if you like what you see, please subscribe, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you don't like it, and look forward to producing more content with this new microphone setup. So until next time, we'll see you then. Take care.